Right, what's good, boys and girls? I want to make a video now talking about maximizing your souls in game. So, if you're ever in a position where you are just always behind on souls, the enemies are always stronger, the 7's got like 30k and you have like 15k, and you're just like, what is going on? This video is going to help you understand why that may be, and also how to basically get your numbers up, get your souls up. Because there's a few things you may need to learn. The absolute first thing is I'm going to talk about the soul priority, meaning what on the map gives the most souls to you at every point. So number one, this is going to come up on the screen as well. So number one is going to be solar waves. Solar waves always will be the best method of getting souls. If you're sat there on a wave clearing waves on your own, you are going to get ahead very quickly. So I think a solar wave of souls gives about 300. It may be a little bit less. I think it's 300. That's crazy. That's a really good amount. So yeah, just solar wave, just solo farm. That's your best way. Second is going to be sinner sacrifices. These little things over here, I think everyone here knows how to do these by now. So yeah, doing a sinners will give you 550 souls, which is that's a lot. That's quite a lot of souls, and on top of all the perks it gives you as well. You can see here, it's going to be buffing most of these stats every time you do a sinners. So these come up at 6 minutes. So at 6 minutes, get these done. The third best way of getting souls is map objectives and towers. So doing towers over here or clearing a walker on your own is a stupid amount of souls from that. So clearing one of these guys here is going to give you about 1,500 for clearing it. So that's a lot. I mean, that's like a tier 2 item. Walkers are also going to give you a lot as well. They're going to give you 4,000 for clearing them. If you clear them solo, of course. 4,000 is quite a lot again. So the fourth best way of getting souls is going to be jungle camps. So at exactly 2 minutes into the game, these guys are going to spawn in this little room here. So you want to be getting these at the second that they are up every time. The reason is they're going to give you 200 souls. So imagine you clear 2 of these. You know, you're going to be 400 ahead of your opponents just by doing them, which is good because if you look at the builds, so that could help you get towards any of these items. So always do these in learning phase. This is what's going to help you get stronger than your opponents. At 6 minutes, tier 2 is going to come up. So this is the closest tier 2 if you're on yellow lane, for example. So you just want to come up here maybe and just clear that. That's always a good one to get. 6 minutes is also when sinners come up. So obviously sinners is behind this wall. And yeah, so that's the sort of surrounding camps in the area. The last best way to get souls is boxes. So boxes are really good. I'm going to quickly show you the best box run you can do in the early game. So let's assume that you were on yellow. So let's go into Ava here. So the best box run is if you come down through this veil. So you have 2 boxes. There's 4, 6, 8, 9. And then up here, that's going to make it 12. You've got 1 in here, 1 in here, 1 in here, like 2 here, 1 here. There's another one there as well. And then you're going to have, there's one going to be 1 there, 2 there. And then you come back round this way, 2 there, 2 there, and going to be 2 there. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of souls. If you clear all those boxes, get all the souls from those on a character that's fast at doing so, you're gonna that's a really good box run to do. So do that if you're on Calico. Buy sprint boots second or something. You should be good. So that's the soul priority in the game. So I'm going to quickly talk about how splitting souls works. So if you're a duo, in the first 10 minutes of the game, minions are going to be worth 100% of their full value. So your duo and you are going to be getting all the souls that those minions are worth. Split between the 2 of you, of course. After the 10-minute mark, though, they start to scale a little bit differently. So they will then be worth half of their value if there's the 2 of you. And if there's a third person, they'll then only be worth 0.36% of their value. This is to stop teams going around as a big group and just farming those waves together and then just getting like really strong all at once. So Try to avoid doing that before the 10-minute mark. That is normally still laning phase for a lot of people, so don't try to avoid going to other people's lanes for too long, because it is going to mess up their income and yours as well. So that's a very key point. Have a look at that. There's a little bit of information on that on Liquidpedia. So please have a read of that to understand fully how it works. The last thing I want to talk about in the video is the urn, obviously. So they changed the urn now, so you pick it up by meleeing the urn. You're also not silenced anymore, so I can actually do that while carrying the urn, but I can't use any of these because they are considered movement abilities. It's going to work a little bit differently now. So once you deposit it, it's going to sit here for a bit. As you can see, like here, there's going to be a timer that ticks down to when the urn is deposited. So this is going to be really big for like big AoE characters and stuff. Like if you do that, they're not going to be able to, well, they're going to be a little bit more cautious about taking it. But the way you take it over is by punching it, and they're going to have to punch it back, and the time's going to keep on getting reset constantly. So yeah, but urns are by far probably the most key objective in the game, I'd say. When an urn is up, you always want to be fighting for it and trying your best to get it, because they are such a huge increase in money, basically. So yeah, definitely try to do those. The last thing I'm going to talk about, so I'm actually going to quickly mention something else as well. So there are characters in this game that are going to benefit more on souls compared to those who don't. So if I pick a character like Hayes is going to scale hugely of having more souls, basically. That might seem like a bit of a stupid thing to say, but it's true. You're going to be farming a lot more on Hayes, as Hayes' kit is much more suited to be taking camps and stuff, because of the way her stacks work and that kind of stuff. So if you're playing Hayes, you want to be ahead of souls at pretty much every point in the game, because you're a gun character. So these items, this is a terrible build, but you're essentially a carry. You're a hyper carry character. So your role is to be ahead in souls, and then at the end game you're gonna kill everyone, and it's up to you to win the game, basically. Whereas if you're playing someone a little bit more, like let's say Ivy, or you're playing Viscous, or Dynamo, you're going to have items like Trophy Collector to help you keep up with souls, but you're not going to be taking cams and doing all this sort of hyper carry business, because you're just support. So if you are behind on souls on Dynamo, don't feel too bad, because you're never going to be keeping up with like a Wraith or a Haze or a 7. That's not your job. You're not a carry. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. There are characters who just are more suited to taking souls. I'm going to put a few of them on the screen now. And yeah. So in this video we've covered soul priority, the end changes, box runs, soul splitting, and hyper carries and non-hyper carries. So I hope that's enough information for maybe like new players. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a little bit more of a simple one today. Let me know if you guys disagree or anything in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.